This is an image in infrared looking at an active volcano area. But you can get a similar effect if you point it out during daylight anywhere else. I like to call this a hell cam. The reason I'm pointing this out is anyone can try to scare you with something that is either mundane or happens on a regular basis. But in this case, this really is a volcano. This is an animated GIF showing the subsidence effect at the Kilauea, I can't pronounce it, Caldera. What is under there that is falling in, it's not just a landslide, is lava that is moving, and you can see very graphically how it's pulling in on what was the roof and the weakest spot in it, which is the reason that particular place had cameras pointed at it. That means that the lava, at least a portion of the lava coming out at a lower altitude, is simply flowing out from under. It's sort of collapsing in on itself. That's responsible for a lot of the earthquake activity that has been noted in the area. This is going to be a slideshow of individual pictures taken sometimes 1 day apart, sometimes 2 days apart from one of the cameras. This is the end result. No. This is how it started. This is how it ended. And you can look at each of the days. Now, I'm not going to upload an image here of this because the video, if you download it and just single step it or slow it down, is much more informative and only 4 megabytes. I'm recommending you download a copy of it. This is not an eruption, but a collapse further up from the eruption, and it's considered near the summit. And it by Hawaii standards, this is kind of considered boring compared to some of the other stuff, until stuff literally is thrown up in the air, hits the camera, knocks a building down, stuff starts caving in. While I was watching this, I kept wondering if that tree off to our right was going to collapse soon. But as you can see from the ridiculous level of pants browning collapse that happened during June, it went from having a little lava bubble there to caving in and looking like, a landmark in Arizona. And it keeps caving in. It's 1,000 feet deeper than it's supposed to be, and it's 7 times bigger than it should be. And it just keeps collapsing, and strata keeps showing up. As you can see from the difference here, that's a lot of change. The strata, in this case, if you were to examine it, would show identical strata copied over and over again as you went down the stair steps. That's a sign of a collapse. I actually had to look that up, so, So far, the listing is 700 homes destroyed. You already know about all of it. What I want to do is provide links below to these graphics because I was trying to find them, and I noticed no one included them in their videos. Next thing is, the mechanical scale of this is crazy. It doesn't look anything like a moon crater, but it's on the order of the same sizes. We're dealing with what looks like a giant impact crater almost. Anyway, 2018, large-scale subsidence of the caldera floor around Halema begins at the end of May and continues to the present. The volume is now more than 7 times larger than it was before the onset of the subsidence. One animation is April 14th through July 11th, 2018, and it's a time-lapse of the webcam, which I have a link to in the description. The other is May 5th through July 16th, black and white sequence of changes to the caldera using radar imagery from Cosmos SkyMed satellite system. All credits and copyrights to the individuals involved. Number one, I wanted to point out some people are using this to try to tell everybody the world's going to come to an end, or that has something to do with magnetic fields around the Earth, or something of that nature. The same website shows you the last X number of times it's had partial or full collapses before. This is one of the most well-studied areas on the planet because we need to know this stuff. Please don't listen to hype and fear-mongering, but I do have to point out that if I lived in the area, I would just leave the island. I would literally move as fast as possible because I don't know what's going to happen, and neither does anybody else. And this is the stuff that built the island and it could destroy it, but most likely it's just going to keep building it. Most of the lava is pouring out as much destruction as it has done, and is forming additional land on the island, more lava flows. You can learn about this off of the website, or you can learn it about it on YouTube and on fearmonger pages. I'm just pointing that out. I've been avoiding this because I've been dealing with other things recently, and honestly, I don't know any more than you do, and you got to read it from the U.S. Geological Survey, because that's literally them and literally volcano scientists are your only sources for information. Everyone else, unless they've studied this to hell, they don't know anything. And only a person who's been there for years studying that specific chunk of ground is going to know any answers for you. Please don't look for soothsayers and fear porn artists. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.